Now for a word from our sponsor, Papercut Games. This week's game, Monopoly. So most of you have heard of Monopoly. It's super old and super popular. It's probably the best-selling game of all time, but it doesn't make it the best game. It's just been around forever. So let's check out Monopoly. So Monopoly's been around for so long that there are tons of versions of it, tons of expansions. There's actually a list over here of 1,700 different types of Monopoly that you can actually have different themes, like the 70s or Albuquerque, New Mexico, or Atlantic City, or anything you can think of. Batman. So anything you can think of, there's a Monopoly version of it. My Monopoly version that I play with is Star Wars. Yes, I have a Star Wars Monopoly, and it's a classic old one. It's a little bit hard to find, but it's pretty cool. So in this game, if you don't know Monopoly, you pick a little person, it doesn't matter, and you start at one side of the board, and each turn you're going to roll some dice and move your little guy along. When you land on a space, you can have the option of buying it. Okay, so you're going to have money in this game, and you will then, everyone starts with a certain amount of money, and you pay money to the bank, and you get a property card. Okay, so I get this property that I landed on, and then it's mine. Now, if someone else rolls the dice and they land on my property, then they owe me rent. They have to take their money. They take their money and they pay me. Yay, I get rent, I get money. And so the goal of the game is to kind of work your way around the board, buying more property pieces and collecting rent from people. And if whoever runs out of money is out of the game. And there's lots of little different things that happen in the game, like you can land on go to jail and have to go to jail for a while. Or there's different chance cards that say like you win a beauty contest and you win some money. There's lots of house rules, there's all kinds of rules. My favorite way to play is to make sure that you're talking to each other, and this is a social game, okay? People don't like Monopoly because it takes too long and they think it's boring. But if you make it a social game and you really try to wheel and deal and try to get extra pieces, it makes it a little bit more fun. So when I play Monopoly, I'm always trying to make offers and deals. I'll say, I'll give you $200 and 2 free stays at my property if you give me your property. Or I'll give you this house over here and I'll give you my get out of free jail card. So I try to make lots of deals and make it a little bit more fun and interesting, and I always try to see what I can get away with to get a Monopoly. So whoever has the most money at the end of the game wins. It can be a long game. One hint, don't play with free parking. Don't do it where you get free parking and you get to collect the money in the front. That makes the game last an extra 2 hours. Get rid of that rule and you'll probably have a 2-hour game. Well, check out Monopoly if you haven't played it already. I'm Mr. Bigsby, and I approve this message.